Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Trekyards A Canadian. I'm Captain Foley.
And I am the beautiful, cautionary, delicious, ecstatic Samuel. Come on, Kongs. Oh, you don't want no bloody A, B, C, D, or E. You want the
Something like that. We're here today to talk about something a lot of people probably overlooked, as we tend to do. I didn't even notice it.
And unlike the Enterprise E showing up in the battle, you can imagine it was a texture mistake. This entirely feels like just gonna put this here. See who notices. Won't say it, but we're saying it. But we're not gonna make a big deal out of it. So this is the shot we see. This brand new shuttle type, which we are gonna talk about. But there's things to talk about with it, and it's a scene. It's very quick. And you're taken up by the coolest new shuttle design. Pretty new, pretty original, great. However, it's something weird about it, Stuart. What's weird about it, Stuart?
Well, it's a new shuttle design. It looks really cool. I don't know. I saw it and I went, that's interesting. We're going to talk about that. Cool. Moving on. Because it's a pretty quick scene, as you said. But if you notice, we got a registry number there, and we also have an A at the end of it.
Which in itself is really hyper rare, because explain what the A means in canon, Stuart. Because the whole thing about that.
Yeah, the whole suffix thing is for ships that have done important things or stand out historically for some reason. Not every ship gets it. The Defiant was, of course, a Constitution class in TOS. The name was reused, but it didn't carry on to be the A, right? So it's something very important happened with that ship, or it's the flagship or something.
And in fact, only the Enterprise got the suffix prefix for a very, very long time. In Discovery, they finally gave the Voyager-J a J, which was a big deal. I believe there's one other ship that also has a dash number.
The Reliant M.
Yes, well, that's Discovery. I meant out of Discovery. I think there was another ship somewhere in canon that also had I guess the Dauntless A, technically, but that's a fake
one of the sister ships of the Enterprise in TNG had a suffix. I can't remember.
But yeah, it's super, 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 super rare, right? That's the entire point. And you always ask, why don't all ships get it? Because they don't get it. That's sort of the point. And for Defiant not to get it from Sao Paulo to Defiant, it was mostly for the CG rewrite cost, but Defiant wasn't as important as the Enterprise to get an A. It got just the Defiant again. So that shows you, even at that level of importance, I wouldn't expect to see a Defiant A right now, you know. But, do you recognise the registry, Stuart?
No, I didn't.
Well, the next shot tells us.
No, I do.
Oh my goodness. NCC 74656 USS Voyager.
Yes, indeed. So 2 shuttles from the ship. And at the end, we talked about this in our edited review and our live review.
You see why I brought it up now?
Yeah. I was waiting for a sting because she's at the end. I don't know if you've seen the episode. Spoilers, I guess. But I was waiting for something to be shown, and it wasn't, and it just kind of faded to black, or cut to black. There's not even a fade. So I wanted to see something else, and I didn't realize that I'd seen this earlier in the episode. So maybe subconsciously I did, because I was thinking we're going to see something. I'm not going to say it just in case spoilers, but
I mean, this is spoilers by itself, Stuart, so it's fine. But no, just like the end of part 1 of the season, where we see the sting is Janeway on the Dauntless, and it's incredible. This episode needed a sting of Janeway on the new Voyager with the new bridge, which is very similar to the original. Exterior, very similar but updated. Not too flashy, because the old one's pretty perfect. It's already spectacular as a design. But this tells us that there's going to be a Voyager-A in the show. This isn't random. This isn't coincidental. And Janeway says, we're not taking Protostar. So if she's thinking, I need to go get Chakotay, of course she would have commissioned a Voyager-A. Decommission the first one, it's too important to let be destroyed. Make a new one, Intrepid class refit, whatever. And then season 2 they get to have a bit of fun with a Voyager-A, which is, it was canonized in Discovery, so they can do it. The other show did it first, so yeah. What do you think?
I have no problem with that. I want to see it, actually. I think it'd be cool to have 2 hero ships in season 2. Like the USS Protostar and the or the NCC Protostar, I guess, and the Voyager-A would be amazing. So yeah, I wanted to see something at the end of this episode referring to that, but.
And I'm certainly still on the view that, be very careful what you give the A to, but 7 years of insane missions. I mean, of all the ships, not a single ship survived that level of mission. The Equinox went to bloody, horrible genocide level of stuff, so they certainly don't deserve it, etc. So, of all the ships, I can see it. Defiant did a lot as well, but it was all pew pew war pew pew. Voyager, I feel like, survived a lot more in the abstract, and also more years. I mean, we've got the Defiant for 4 years, and 2 seasons was staying near Earth or whatever. It was for a time doing something else. Anyway, yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna obviously look at these shuttle designs in some detail later, but we did want to point this out, and I'm glad Samuel brought it to my attention because I didn't notice it. So
because you're not necessarily
other people didn't.
Because you've not only got to register the shuttles, the registry, the A, and then the registry. So there's a lot of layers of whatever, and I do not, I had to double check as well. I had a feeling as soon as you see them, like, oh, that would make sense. But especially if Janeway is planning to go to the anomaly when they find the kids, then she would be able to say, Janeway to Voyager, send out shuttles to find this people herself, like her group. Although, I'm a bit worried about the black pennant and Delta, because that looks like a bloody Section 31 thing. I'm guessing they just didn't put the colour map. It's instead an alpha, because there's no red on any of the Delta, and that's obviously looks like a mistake to me. Because I can't imagine they'd make that design folly of black registry Delta things.
Yeah, I'm just pointing that out now. I'm worried about that as well, but
and we know that they won't change something set up in stone. They didn't change Dauntless design despite some of its weird shortcomings in between. So,
well, that's interesting. I'm glad you pointed this out to me. I was hoping for something like that at the end of the episode without having seen this.
Because this is an Easter egg sting. This is a season 2. This is the all the blog sites pick this up and say coming in season 2, etc.
Yep. So speculate away. That's what we like to do. We want you to do the same thing in the comments section down below. Don't worry, we will be covering the shuttle design at some point. We got to compare it to some other things. We'll get to that. But anyway, comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss lives where we talk about this kind of thing and everything else Star Trek related.
And support us if you can in what we do here, because we do a lot of videos every week. So if you want to thank us, then you can by super chatting on our live, jump in, say hey, and any amount. Also, we're thanksing on any video in the Pantheon of Trekyards, and that is a lot of videos. Or of course, you can just like, subscribe, all the free things, and PayPal, trekyards@hotmail.com, or the monthlies, Patreon, or there's so many ways, Stuart. There's like any of them would help. And imagine doing all of them. My God. Wow. What a boss. So thanks in advance.
That's right. So until next time, he is Commander Cockings.
He's Captain Foley, eh?
Hey. I was hoping you'd do that. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.